Hello everybody and welcome, it's VeDAN here. So glad that you can tune in to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to easily afford the two first strikes for the first tier of this boss. Super easy if you're okay with your boats. We're going to be rocking out with Geraldo because of his Quincy's tower. He's actually going to earn you a lot more than Ben, okay? Because Ben is fantastic for when you have farms. But other than that, he's not really going to be that great, okay? Geraldo, we're going to be able to get about 12,000 from his tower in round 30 or 31. Whereas Ben, we're not going to be able to get anywhere near that because what NK done? Well, we all kind of expected it, but they've absolutely banned farms. So, I don't know why they do this because, you know, I think keeping farms is a great idea because it can really differentiate, you know, skilled players or not. But they want to go down this route. And the thing that I don't like about this route is that there's going to be very little kind of fluctuations in people's times. In other words, the top 50 is going to be super competitive, okay? Because there's only so much you're going to be able to do, and pretty much everyone's going to be using first strikes to insta-kill everything, and then maybe an engineer paragon later on or something. So it's going to be hard to get top 50 on normal, but we can do it, okay? So I'll do a how to kill him in under 60 seconds guide a bit later on. I've literally just woken up, which is bad. So I had an online exam. I basically pulled an all-nighter for it. It was ridiculously hard, okay? The maths PhD exams are brutal. So I've just woken up at like 3 p.m, which, you know, it's not the best, but it's sometimes good to catch up on sleep, okay? So this won't be really hard at all. It's just going to be literally capitalising on using merchantmen. But I thought, particularly if you're a new kind of player or you just want to see, I'm going to show the full run through anyway. I don't want to be lazy and just skip through loads of parts of the video. So like I said, this is my first run on it. So I'm sure I'll be able to do a bit better later on after I've played it a bit more. But honestly, I think it's pretty straightforward. Luckily, we can defend very easily as well. The only thing you need to make sure is that you can, you know, have some lead pops on round 28. So just make sure that you have some of the rounds memorized in your head. Luckily, because obviously we're going to get a camo in 24, which is 12 rounds away so far, you're going to obviously need something for that, but the boat, when we get the merchantman, is going to be able to do that anyway. So I did put a turret down there, and that was kind of a bit of a panic one, because I always get scared around 12 to 14 is where usually you need a little bit of extra defense. So, I mean, you don't really need it, to be honest, but why not? I thought there's no harm in having it just in case there's any leaks. Of course, because my brain wasn't working because I just woken up, we could also just use Geraldo's spikes if any leak through, which would be a much more cheaper option, I guess. Like here, do I exit the game? I exit the game and I completely forgot about Geraldo's road spikes. So yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't fully on it. You know, I need a big coffee today. But yeah, thank you for all the support so far. It honestly means amazing to me. Like, me and my partner are super happy with where it's going. So we're going to try and get 100 subscribers soon, which will be an amazing milestone. So just thank you. I'm going to try and create a Discord server because some people have asked for that. So I'd love to create just like a proper helpful environment where we all help each other, because, you know, that's what these boss events are. Also, like, some people, I got told, why do you want to share strategies and stuff? Doesn't that mean people are going to do better than you? And the answer is yes, but that's great, right? Because the better other people get from learning from your strategies, other people's strategies like Punji, etc., it means that we're going to have to kind of evolve and adapt our strategies and become even better, right? So I have no harm with, you know, sharing everything in full, because I think that's how we make, you know, the game more fun, is when people are more competitive. So, as you can see, once again, I ended up leaving the game here. And what I did on, is this round 18, I believe, or 19, sorry. I think if you get some leaks like this and you don't want to do loads of micro, just get Geraldo's spikes down. You could set the Dart Monkey on last or do some clever stuff with Geraldo. Even get another turret down. It doesn't really matter, okay? Basically, just don't get any extra time. That's all you need to do. If you spend a couple hundred here, couple hundred there, it's not actually going to make that much of a big difference because we're only going for merchantmen. We don't have to be so, you know, perfect timing with all the kind of farming, like, you know, collecting the banana farms as quickly as possible and stuff. None of that. It's much more laid back in this sense. It's just making sure to do this because, I mean, some people may be tempted to use the balloon trap, but I would recommend not to do that. I'd recommend just fully go for boats because the boats are also going to start taking away pops from your balloon trap. Unless you put the boats right at the end of the track maybe and get a few balloon traps, that could be viable. But for the most easiest option, just get loads of boats, okay? So as you can see, we've got one merchantman. We're going for another. I got grape shot and hot shots on one. because obviously 28 we're going to get leads. So I kind of just bought it a bit prematurely, but there's no issue with that. We're just playing it super, super safe. Like I said, we only really need to make about 30,000 for round 40 to get the 2 first strikes, right? That's all we need. So that's not out of anyone's reach whatsoever, unless you're new to boat farming, of course. So yeah, in case you don't know, obviously boat farming, merchantmen, and then if you have a trade empire, they all get little buffs. So you want, for round 40 to 60, your goal is to get 20 of them with a trade empire and double discount village. So I'm looking at the Quincy Tower price now, and I believe it'll be about the right time to sell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building 2 discount villages. Let's sell that for 12,500, which is amazing. And we're going to start getting our double discount villages. And now we're just going to spam some merchantmen. So spam probably until around 36, I'd say would be a good bet. So as you can see, they're going to get a huge discount. You're looking at getting from, if it's in 1 discount, it'll be 1,900. If it's in 2 discounts, it'll be like 1,795. So we can get a good few down already. These are going to act perfectly as our defense as well. So, we're off to a great start. I mean, there's not really anything bad. So what are your guys' thoughts of this new boss, by the way? It's kind of hard. It always reminds me of like a bit like an exam. Say if you get set an easy exam, then everyone does well. And you don't really feel accomplished if you get a good score because everyone has. But if you get a brutal exam and then you manage to do quite well, it feels a bit better. So this is like, we've just been set a relatively easy task. So it's going to be, everyone's going to be doing well. So it's going to be hard to differentiate like good players from extremely good players. So yeah, I guess Elite will be a bit more fun. That'll be an interesting one to try. Because obviously there's going to be no IMF loan farming, so it's going to make the tier 1 very interesting. I guess people are going to go for Tax Zone and First Strike or something like that. I'd be really interested as well to see how the top players push the farms here, because I don't really know any other strategies right now. I mean, this is my first run. I don't really know anything else that'll be better than just getting some merchantmen in range of double discount village. So if you guys have any extra thoughts on that, do let me know, because it'd be very intriguing for me to see. So as you can see, always try and build the boats in range where it's got the 2 discount, not the 1. So you can fit quite a lot. I mean, it's not really too hard at all, which is great. And then I'm going to actually... probably for now, I'm going to start saving up for a favoured trades. You could probably farm 1 more merchantman if you wanted to. There's no harm in that. But I just want to make sure that I get a favoured trades all set up. So now I'm going to get a favoured trades. And then it's literally just time to get our subs, okay? Get our subs down, ready to go. And we're going to start saving up and get our 2 first strikes during 39. And we're going to hopefully... If you farmed correctly and you've not spent too much on defense, which you shouldn't need to anyway, then you're going to be able to keep the favoured trades down as well. So favoured trades is probably, in my opinion, it's like top 3 of the most useful towers in the game. So the fact that we can have it is just going to make life a lot easier. So yeah, so as you can see, we're absolutely fine on defense. Luckily as well, it's a very short track, so that means getting time penalty, unless it's just like a red balloon that's leaked through, you're not really going to get any time penalties. So now time to just sell, and the goal is if you can sell all your merchantmen and afford the first strike. And as you can see, I've got about 100 left over, so it was a bit tight, but say if you came a bit short, that does not matter, okay? Just sell your favoured trades and get them. There's no harm in that either. Sorry, my voice cracked a little bit then. So yeah, and then for defense, I think that the subs are going to be okay here. I do not believe we'll need anything else. It looks a little bit close, but let's just see. We could use spikes, actually, if we wanted to, little Geraldo spikes. I know what I do here. You could tell that my brain still wasn't firing. I put a dart monkey down as a panic, which I would not recommend to do. Just spend the 50 on the spikes. And then all you're going to do for the insta-kill, just spam them, and then use Geraldo's little kind of blade shooter ability. If you time it right, you'll only need 1. I used 2 here because I was not thinking that thoroughly. But there you go. So I hope this has helped. Let's go and get some awesome balloons times on this boss. It's going to be really interesting. I think, getting sub 1 minute is going to be very doable. So yeah, thank you for all the support, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon.